Hello everybody. I decided to do a quick tarot reading just to let everybody know the latest on the shutdown. I did do a tarot reading this morning. I'm home. It's a rainy day here in beautiful Los Angeles. I am at my apartment and I just wanted to do a reading on the government shutdown and Lindsey Graham because I believe this is happening right now. The energy change is Tuesday. I had said 4 days. That was Friday. Tuesday, boom, the energy changes. I don't know what that means. The energy changing on Tuesday, if they're going into, I think they're going to go into serious negotiations. I did already, I cleared the deck. I shuffled the deck. I threw the cards. I looked at them today and this is today's card reading. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did. I preserved everything just for you so that you can go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at what Whimsy found. So we started with our base cards, as is my way for those people who are learning how to do tarot. If you're doing it the Whimsy way, we start with shuffling our deck and we look at the bottom of the deck. When you look at the bottom of the deck and you check your base cards are also going to tell you which way is right side up, because a lot of the time readers don't know which is the right side up. But when you look at your base cards, they will tell you which way is right side up. So here's the base. The base is getting back to work, right? We've got a nice Eight of Pentacles there and money. So the businessman, the business people were very, they're not happy with the shutdown. So there's money, money, money. The two base cards, both Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, pounding away at one's work, at the workbench. The businesswoman, business persons. I had said that I didn't think that the government shutdown, excuse me, could go on much longer because there were too many people losing money. The travel industry is really taking a hit, and also a lot of other companies as well, because if you sell mostly to government employees and they don't have any money, that's not going to work. Where we're at right now, the sun, what crosses it? Here's the card that I call Lindsey Graham's card. He's been coming lately as the King of Pentacles. I really feel like, excuse me, what I'm seeing today, what I'll see tomorrow, what I'm seeing tomorrow is a mediator. Let me just go ahead and throw all the cards out. I want to tell people what I saw. Just hope everybody can see the cards properly. Here, I'll pull these back a little bit so that everybody can enjoy the party. Hopefully everybody's seeing this. So here's the hit I got when I looked at these cards. This is the Sun card coming out. This is Lindsey Graham. What's beneath the situation? Theft, wanting to run away. What is above? Celebration, romance, new contract coming here. Could indicate a new contract or new deal. Coming out of a bind. Inverted Eight of Pentacles. What's around? Confusion. The Moon card. Hopes and fears. A stalemate. Knight of Pentacles. Final outcome. Ace of Swords. So when I remote this particular card chart, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that Lindsey Graham is going to mediate. I think that mediations are going to really heat up by tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I think that Lindsey Graham's going to go to the White House on Tuesday. I think when I look at the Moon card, I think it's Donald Trump. I think that Donald Trump's energy, when I tune into it, is he's exhausted. He's broken down. He doesn't have any more energy to fight this fight. He needs a way out. The good news is that the person who's going to give him a way out is Lindsey Graham. So Lindsey Graham has already said that he wants to negotiate a way of getting out of this. He wants to negotiate some kind of opening of the government, and to continue to negotiate the wall afterwards. If anyone's going to be able to get the president out of this, it's Lindsey Graham, and I really feel that the waters will part Tuesday. That is tomorrow. That would be the 4th day based on the card reading that I did yesterday. Now that doesn't mean that officially it will be over on Tuesday, but definitely movement. I'm going to be optimistic and say that we're going to see the end of this by tomorrow. We're going to see the end of this by tomorrow with Lindsey Graham coming in and giving the president an out, because the president is simply too exhausted to continue this fight, but he has to be able to get out of the fight with some kind of dignity and some kind of honor as he slithers away from a fight that he has lost. Remember when I had said in the last time I had looked at the government shutdown that neither party was particularly happy? I don't see, and that I thought in a way that the Democrats were going to fare better. It might bite them later, because if the president backs out now and gives some kind of speech about how he feels bad about the government workers that can't pay their bills, then he looks like he's capitulating for the good of the country. He's capitulating. He's falling on his sword for the good of the nation, for the good of the people. It makes him look humane and compassionate. And then the big bad wolf, the awful terrible Democrats, forced him to do this, and the awful terrible horrible Democrats are the ones responsible, whereas he was the true king. He's the good guy. He fell on his sword, and he reneged on the wall, not because he didn't want to fulfill his promises. He's done everything in his power to fulfill his promises, but out of the goodness of his heart, because he cannot bear to see these poor, horrible people, these suffering people go another day without a paycheck. Because he is a good king, a noble king, he's going to open up the government. And so that can be used against the Dems theoretically in the future, with him looking great, like, look what I had to do, but because I just cannot go on. I can't have a good conscience knowing that my base is suffering, etc., etc. So there's a way to get out of this, and the way to get out of this is he falls on his sword now so that he can live to fight another fight in the future. And I think that's a great way for Lindsey Graham to present it to the president. But I feel real energy change on Tuesday, which 4th day will be tomorrow. Lindsey Graham crosses the card chart, indicating that he's the great mediator. And if anyone can talk to the president, it's going to be Lindsey Graham. The only problem I have with this card chart is that energy I see around the president when I do a remote with him, which is 1 minute he's agreeing with you, 1 minute you think, thank God, Mr. President, you're going to open the government. And then he becomes paranoid and he switches on a dime. So that is the frustration for the people that are trying to work with him. He's exhausted yet. Just go ahead, Lindsey. What do you want me to do? I just want to get out of this. I'm exhausted. I can't continue to fight this. Defeated, exhausted. Lindsey Graham comes in and says, Mr. President, I think I can help you get out of this. Lindsey Graham comes in. He saves the day. And that is the most likely outcome. But again, if he switches and goes back into that paranoid stance, that's when negotiations fall apart again. But I'm going to tentatively say I see movement by tomorrow. Stay brave, little soldiers. Lindsey Graham is the great negotiator. I really liked Lindsey Graham's energy when I went into it. It was he's a lovely man. I don't agree with him politically, but I rather enjoy floating around his energy. I think he's absolutely lovely. And he makes me want to live in his world. I want to be a proper church lady with pearls and a hat and gloves, sipping tea. He loves those ladies. He loves them so much that I feel like deep down he's one of them. And I mean that in the best possible way. He would have been a wonderful church lady with his pearls and his hat, and it's just a lovely energy. He adored those women. He adored his mother. He preserved her things, and not in a creepy sort of way, but with a deep love, a devotion and appreciation for the Southern lady. And it's a nice energy. I have to say, I like Lindsey Graham's energy. So he's a compassionate man. He's a sensitive man. He has feminine, beautiful feminine energy, and in the most positive way I say that. And in that sense, he can come into Trump's orbit in ways that his compassion allows the president to trust him. And so I think that Donald Trump will allow Lindsey Graham to take over, use his wisdom of negotiation and mediation to move out of this situation. And I'm predicting some type of movement by tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.